What's going on, guys? It's Angel Moncada of Lumber KRAV and Lumber Martial Arts Academy, and today for our May 8th class, since we've been doing a lot of talking this week, I figured we'd end up with a bang, okay? No pun intended on that. But what I'm getting with is, we've been giving out good information about home invasions, keeping yourself safe, what is self-defense in the mental aspect instead of just the physicality. And, we're gonna lead off from last class about the home invasion tips. And I got another tip for you guys that's actually really fun to do with your significant other, or if you have any roommates, your roommates can help you out. And it's really beneficial to have a secondary person there with you to hit a timer. And you'll see what I'm talking about in a second, okay? So a little recap, locking your doors, keeping the house well lit, so, making it look like somebody's home, having good communication with your neighbors, natural self-defense stuff, naturally put some thorny plants, natural deterrent, right? Dogs, it can be a Great Dane to an ankle biter Chihuahua, okay?
Greatest alarm clock there ever was.
Exactly, and we can talk more about the dogs because sometimes people get the wrong dog for the wrong job. So, but anywho, good home security. Don't show your stuff, right? Mr. Azo was very influential on the yo part. Don't show your stuff, okay? And what that means, if you bought a 60-inch TV, don't put the box right by the road, by the trash can, okay? Break it down, throw it in a trash bag, and then haul it off. Have your chores done. Make sure it looks like somebody actually lives there. It doesn't look vacant, okay? Not tall grass, shrubs, and all that stuff. Keep your car locked in the driveway, okay? Me and my fiance get arguments about that all the time. Don't leave the car unlocked, okay? Sometimes you keep firearms in those cars too, though, okay? But let's go on with what the drill is today, okay? The drill is to see how fast you can be in, I guess, a battle-ready, mindset. Is that the right word in this works?
Battle-ready mode.
Battle-ready mode, there you go. Now, you want to go come over here and show these guys what we got real quick, okay? Our little goodies, our toys, okay? Now, here's what this is simulating, okay? The green mat is my bed. I don't have a bed frame, so I just got a mattress on the floor right now, okay? Now, here we got a training pistol here, okay? This is actually a laser gun for marksmanship, okay? Now, before we go any further, make sure you guys understand this too. When you're dealing with firearms, you gotta make sure, okay? Pardon my French for a little bit, but you gotta keep your head out of your rear end a little bit, okay? You gotta make sure, there's no ammunition and it's completely safe, okay? You don't want the bullet failure to magically put a bullet in there and then somebody's gotta go to the hospital, okay? It can go that quick and you die, guys. So, just keep that in mind when you do this. So, if you do have a real firearm, I would try to preferably get a training weapon to simulate, but do your due diligence, okay? So what this is a laser gun, okay? This is for marksmanship, takes the slack of the laser, gunshot, right? So I'm just gonna turn that off right now though, because I'm not worried about pulling the trigger anyways. So this is a dummy mag, it's weighted, so it simulates the weight of a mag, and gets good motor skills of working this platform too, and there's a mag release also, okay? Here, we got a handy dandy flashlight, okay? This cost me about 10 bucks, and the reason why you want this because if you hear broken glass, okay? Here in a second, you're gonna hear Miss Works say, go! And that's gonna be, her keeping track of the time, but at the same time, mentally, I'm envisioning glass is breaking, so that's what woke me up, and that's my go, right? That's my cue. Or it could be a door breaking in or anything, a dog's barking, okay? Now, I've had people ask me, why can't I just get the tactical light on here, okay? Here's why real quick, okay? Let's just say, because I got a 5-year-old and she's on the other side of the house and it's dark, okay? I don't want to have this right here checking on my 5-year-old while I'm pointing this barrel at my 5-year-old. You see what I mean? That's why I prefer to have an extra, flashlight where I can move, keep the firearm down, so I'm like, okay, there's little baby girl, sweet. But I never did point the muzzle at the child. You see what I mean? So just a little extra training right there also. Sometimes it's just little things that count, guys, okay? Now, if you notice, if you ever do this, try to have good safety too, even though it's training. This would simulate like a baseball bat, something close by the bed. If you don't have a firearm, some people just don't have the finance to, or the ability to have one at the moment, and that's fine. You can always substitute things, okay? One thing I am missing, actually I got one right here, a knife, okay? So, focus. So, I tell myself, focus, I got a live blade with a training weapon, so I gotta be my stuff too. Now, let's shut this real quick, and this is how this is gonna work, okay? We're not gonna worry about this, we're gonna put this over here to the side. and let's just say this is under a coffee table. I'm laying down, and the other person will say go, and then I'll narrate what we're gonna do. So ready? And whenever you're ready, Miss Works.
Go.
Crash. So something's breaking in. I gotta get up. What's going on, right? So in my mind, I just heard something breaking. I gotta get battle ready. So focus, fingers straight. There we go. One. Make sure mag. See the mag came right out. Mag's up. Mag up. See, I do this. Oh, look. This mag is having trouble staying in. There we go. Now it's ready. Sometimes that happens. And look, we're training right now, guys. Okay. And seriously, sometimes you never know what's about to happen. And that's why we always give a tug. Little things like that, okay? If this ain't seated in, that's gonna come right out and you can't go bang, okay? Make sure index, pull. Now, this is where you pull back, right? But again, we'll get to that later on because we're not worried about going bang right now. 1, 2, and now I grab my flashlight if it's nighttime, okay? And if I do have a knife, I'll just put that in my pocket and now look at this. Fingers are straight. I got my flashlight ready, and now I'm getting ready to do, check on my daughter, or check on my child if I need to, okay? And, what if you gotta check on your fur babies, okay, your dogs? Well, guess what? They're part of the family too, I get that. But, you also gotta you gotta think about, what's more important too, though. They're still part of the family, okay? You can't just leave them out. Ms. Works, is there any other points that you have in mind real quick?
No, he went very slow doing this. If he does it full speed, you can see how it looks like at full speed. Do start it off very slow. If you've never done something like this before, the case that he's got it in is actually simulating a safe. So there are a lot of different kind of safes.
That's right, actually, yes.
Out
Good
there.
point. Good
There
point.
are safes that you just use a key, some are a combination, some are biometrical, which means it's a fingerprint. You just stick your fingerprints on there, you program those into the safe, and it reads that, and bam, it opens up. So that keeps people who aren't allowed to have access to your firearm.
I'm glad you said that, Ms. Works, because that right there alone that one element changes the whole thing. Because the biometric, don't get me wrong, it's fast, you don't have to worry about any coding, and remember that because when everything, bam, go, right? Let's revert back to us waking up late and going to work, okay? When you're running late and you're in a rush, you're gonna forget some things, right?
Run out the door with one shoe on your foot.
Exactly, okay? So here's the deal. That's why I took my time slowly. So let's talk about this, okay? You say go one more time?
Go!
Bam, so we got a biometric safe. So I gotta get up and I gotta remember how I put my finger on that so that way it gets a good clean scan and it opens up right then and there. You see what I mean? But if I'm going fast and I put the wrong finger down,
it won't read it.
It won't read it. It won't remember. So that's why we recommend programming all the appendages right here, okay? Now, let's talk about a key, okay? If you got a key in there. Ms. Works, can I leave my key right there where a kid can twist it?
No.
No, exactly. So that's why you take the key, and here's the deal. Where would be a good place where you would put a key at?
I would put my key, I usually have a dish that I have it in that nobody else knows where it's at. Only me and my significant other do.
So not even the kid knows where it's at.
Really, and even the key is going to be something hard. It's a fine motor skill. So you really just have to practice being able to put it into that tiny little, first you got to get it and then put it into that tiny little hole and turn it the right direction. Combinations, sometimes, it's dark in there and you can't read what the numbers are. So really, I like the biometric safe a lot easier.
Sometimes it's best to have this flashlight in hand.
Don't shove that in my face.
Sorry. But, didn't mean to shove that in your face, Ms. Works. So, but sometimes it's best to have this right here. If you do have a combination, you can use it right there and there. Or if you have a lamp right there, right? Now, some other safes are actually like, it reminds me of like what Simon says, yeah. It's a 4-button deal and you make your own coding out of it, you see? And under a stressful environment.
I like those.
Yes, those are very handy because there's no key. You don't have to worry about putting your finger a certain place. You just really got to remember sequentially how would you put that combination in, okay? But here's the deal, it's like shoes. Some are gonna fit other people better. What fits your lifestyle better, but here's the deal. I'm not gonna put the gun underneath my pillow, personally speaking, because I got kids, okay? You don't hide your guns, lock your guns. That's very important because kids are very good at finding hiding places.
Teach your kids about guns.
Yes, and that's a very good time to educate kids respecting the firearm, understanding how safety goes, and safety goes a long way too. Who knows? Maybe sometimes when you show your child something, they'll remind you. You go, well, you're right.
I mean, a lot of parents make the mistake of, well, I'm just going to hide it. And like Mr. Roncata said, kids, especially small kids, are really good about finding things. This is what you do, guys. You got to teach your kids firearm safety. If you're going to have one in your house, it is your responsibility to keep that gun safe. So talk to your kids. Actually, I've pulled out my gun. I've showed it to my son and my daughter when she was younger. I said, look, this is mom's gun. You do not touch mom's gun. If you want to see it, if they're going to have curiosity about it, let them know that, hey, this is dangerous. This could hurt somebody. If you ever get curious about it, you want to look at it, then come get mom or come get dad, and we will make sure you're doing it safe. We'll make sure, do it like that, guys. I mean, that's how you take the curiosity, the mystery away from it, and they're not going to go looking for it.
Right. And see, and as you were talking, I was just thinking too, though. What if, because I sleep with pants on and a t-shirt, some people sleep with just underwear. I mean, let's just be realistic here, okay? You probably need to make time to throw on some shorts, okay?
Chasing that bad guy out there.
Hey, look, it is what it is, okay? But if you're out in your underwear, freeze. There's actually a story about that too, but we'll get to that another day though. But definitely time yourselves and have a competition on and do it the safest, okay? Who had less error, who had more time to, the more gap time that they could do more, right? And here's the deal. It's not rocket science. It's just a good speed drill, but at the same time, slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
And some other things, guys, this is a fun drill to do. If this is your weapon of choice, if you've picked a firearm, then you want to practice with the firearm. Make sure you're safe with the firearm. If you have a training weapon, make sure you do it with the training weapon instead of a live weapon. If you're going to use that live weapon, make sure, like you said, there's no magazine in the gun. There is no round in the chamber. You make sure the gun is clear and it is safe to use. We definitely strongly recommend getting even if it's just a rubber gun, using that. If you do not have
some rubber guns right here, actually.
If you have not chosen a firearm for your self-defense weapon, baseball bat. That's what the skirmish stick is representing. How fast can you get up onto your feet with this baseball bat? If all you've got is a frying pan, man, go get you a frying pan out of the kitchen.
Those things hurt. those bad boys hurt. Let me tell you.
Cast iron skillet will work.
Oh yeah, and you cook with it too, though. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or any recommendations, really, definitely comment down below, because one comment can actually change somebody else's life, honestly, okay? And a little bit of knowledge goes a long way, seriously. But there's more to it, but I think you guys got enough of that. Have fun with that drill, and there's nothing, it doesn't have to be, this is the way. It's which way is best beneficial for you, which is easy for you to do, and which is more successful within your format, okay? So think about that contingency plan for you and your family at your home, okay? You guys stay safe. We'll see you guys soon.